Good morning. Today we are doing lesson 91 in the Course in Miracles. We have finished our review. Excuse me, I'm here somewhere. And we are moving on to miracles are seen in light. It is important to remember that miracles and vision are necessarily go together. This needs repeating and frequent repeating. It is a central idea in your new thought system and the perception that it produces. The miracle is always there. Its presence is not caused by your vision. Its absence is not the result of your failure to see. It is only your awareness of miracles that is affected. You will see them in the light. You will not see them in the dark. To you, then, light is crucial. While you remain in darkness, the miracles remain unseen. Thus, you are convinced it is not there. This follows from the premises from which the darkness comes. Denial of light leads to failure to perceive it. Failure to perceive light is to perceive darkness. The light is useless to you then, even though it is there. You cannot use it because its presence is unknown to you, and the seeming reality of the darkness makes the idea of light meaningless. To be told that what you do not see is there sounds like insanity. It's very difficult to become convinced that it is not insanity to see what is there and to see what is not there instead. You do not doubt that the body's eyes can see. You do not doubt that the images they show you are reality. Your faith lies in the darkness, not the light. How can this be reversed? For you, it is impossible, but you are not alone in this. Your efforts, however little they may be, have strong support. Did you but realize how great this strength, your doubts would vanish. Today we will devote ourselves to the attempt to let you feel this strength. When you have felt the strength in you, which makes all miracles within your easy reach, you will not doubt. The miracles your sense of weakness hides will leap into awareness as you feel the strength in you. 3 times today, set aside about 10 minutes for quiet time in which you try to leave your weakness behind. This is accomplished very simply, as you instruct yourself that you are not a body. Faith goes to what you want, and you instruct your mind accordingly. Your will remains your teacher, and your will has all the strength to do what it desires. You can escape the body if you choose. You can experience the strength in you. Begin the longer practice periods with this statement of true cause and effect relationships. Miracles are seen in light. The body's eyes do not perceive the light. But I am not a body. What am I? The question with which this statement ends is needed for our exercises today. What you think you are is a belief to be undone. But what you really are must be revealed to you. The belief you are a body calls for correction, being a mistake. The truth of what you are calls on the strength in you to bring your awareness what the mistake conceals. If you are not a body, what are you? You need to be aware of what the Holy Spirit uses to replace the image of a body in your mind. You need to feel something to put your faith in as you lift it from the body. You need a real experience of something else, something more solid and sure, more worthy of your faith and really there. If you are not a body, what are you? Ask this in honesty, and then devote several minutes to allowing your mistaken thoughts about your attributes to be corrected and their opposites to take their place. Say, for example, I am not weak, but strong. I am not helpless, but all-powerful. I am not limited, but unlimited. I am not doubtful, but certain. I am not an illusion, but a reality. I cannot see in the darkness, but in the light. In the second phase of the exercise, try to experience these truths about yourself. Concentrate particularly on the experience of strength. Remember that all sense of weakness is associated with the belief that you are a body, a belief that is mistaken and deserves no faith. Try to remove your faith from it. Only for a moment is sufficient. You will be accustomed to keeping faith with the more worthy in you as we go along. Relax for the rest of the practice period, confident that your efforts, however meager, are fully supported by the strength of God and all his thoughts. It is from them that your strength will come. It is through their strong support that you will feel the strength in you. They are united with you in this practice period, in which you share a purpose like their own. Theirs is the light in which you will see miracles because their strength is yours. Their strength becomes your eyes that you may see. 5 or 6 times an hour at reasonably regular intervals, remind yourself that miracles are seen in light. Also, be sure to meet temptation with today's idea. This form would be helpful for this special purpose. Miracles are seen in light. Let me not close my eyes because of this. And that is lesson 91. Miracles are seen in light. And it talks to us about the fact that we are not bodies. That we are not bodies. And the only way that we can see is if we can see beyond the body. It's so hard to imagine that, but what I always go to when I'm thinking of this is the body can be broken, battered, beaten, and ill, succumb to illness. And yet there is a presence that remains. There is an essence that remains that is ever present, that is not dampened by the weakness of any injury, any illness. And that is the essence of who we are. I think about Stephen Hawking. Stephen Hawking's body, in many, many ways, was not able to function. Yet he knew he was not his body, and he lived a very full life without having the use of his body. If we were bodies, that wouldn't happen. People in the service or in traumatic accidents who lose limbs, appendages. I myself have had a liver transplant. If the case were that we were a body, it would not be so easy to continue to function. And I'm not saying that there are not trials, but it does not stop who we are. And you watch people adapt and change regardless of the limitations of the physicalness that they experience in this world. And so it does not make sense to think that we are bodies. But it takes the miracle, it takes a shift in perception to really embrace and understand that what we are seeing with our body's eyes is only a movie on a screen. And what is true is so much more. They talk about experiencing something other than what your body sees. And many people who are studying the Course in Miracles have had some sense. They've had a feeling wash over them. They've had an experience if they've done any kind of energy work or energy healing. They have felt the tingles of a common thought or a common love. It's the tingle of love when you see someone that you recognize. Allow yourself to see beyond your body's eyes today. When I think about what a miracle can mean, and often it happens in those traumatic moments, it is that sudden openness to being willing to see beyond the body's eyes. When we are seeing a lifeless body in front of us, and we are praying for the miracle to allow that body to regain itself, when there are joining of 2 or more minds, think about the fact that they have just said, I'm not going to believe anything of the body, because what my eyes are seeing is that this body is damaged beyond repair. And then you see that breath of life. Or then, in a relationship, you see this sudden change of heart that doesn't make any sense because it's not what they've always done. That is a miracle. It's a joining in a space of light rather than joining that darkness that comes from the ego. Be willing to see the miracles that come from the light. Be willing to look at any situation that is causing you pain or anxiety, grief, to be able to see it from a new vantage point. It doesn't mean that, that we will raise the dead every time. It doesn't mean that we are going to undo a broken relationship, but it means we're going to see the love that exists there, no matter what the physical images look like. That is an opening. And now on to Tina Spalding's channelings. You are blessed beings indeed. I am that one that you know as Jesus. It is important for you to truly grasp the power of the mind. Your mind focused on truths brings about miracles. Good morning, Lynn. Your mind focused on illusions brings about death, sickness, destruction, and fear. The thoughts this society asks you to hold, fear of death, fear of aging, and limited belief in your ability to heal, in fact, the belief that you cannot heal yourself, that you need magical devices to do that, are poisonous thoughts, beliefs, and ideas to the minds. They will in fact manifest themselves in sickness. They will bring into being exactly what you think about, which is that you are weak, your body is fallible, and you can't trust it. What is true for you becomes manifested into physical reality. This is what the idea behind creating your own reality means. It is not just thinking about a car and getting it, but thinking your way into your miracle-mindedness. What a joy it is to know this. Do not stop giving yourself this gift of truth. Do not stop giving yourself this gift of mind training so that you may, in the end, become a master of your own experience. I am that one that you call Jesus, and we will speak to you again tomorrow. And this particular reading was done prior to, but made me think of COVID. And the fact that part of the reason COVID is so strong is the fact that it has been driven into us with such an intense focus that we can't shift our mind, many of us. And so we are locked into that grip of fear that this is a dangerous thing and that it could destroy the body, which means it could destroy who we are. It could destroy this life. And the truth of the matter is, if we pulled our attention away from it, it would leave for most of us. There would be those who would not pull their attention away. I know that doesn't seem to make sense, but consider other things when you pull your attention away. When are we most sick? When we have a cold. It's when we're focused on it. And it's, I'm one of those people who used to be, I'm not going to get sick. I'm not going to get sick. I can't afford to be sick. And then I'd be sick. And then I would get the communication from myself that I needed to take a break, and I wouldn't listen to that. And so that's when my body might kick in, because in the back of my mind, I believed I needed a break, but couldn't afford it. I believed that I was sick of what I was doing. And hence I created a physical sickness in my body. I know that's a lot, and I know those are a lot of words, but realize that you can change your course by changing your mind, because changing your mind is what a miracle is. And miracles are seen in the light, and we simply need to be willing to turn on the light and then to open our eyes to what is really there. Even if I have all the lights on, I can't necessarily see if my eyes are closed. And so I can deny that there's anything there that I can see. But that is not the case. Wishing you much love, much light, and many miracles today as you contemplate how strong you are in the essence of who you are and how you are not your body. Have a great day. Take care. Bye.